The bee house. This is where we store all the supplies we need for bees. We've got wire to fix the fence around the bees in an attempt to keep the bears out. It's an ongoing arms race every year between the bears and the humans and the bees. We have a tin full of all the key tools we have: brushes, some comb, and some special tools that we use to pull up the frames out of the shallow boxes. We've got the bee suits, which we wear. They're white. That helps to ward off the bees, and they're thick, very hot in the summer, with a big net on your head, all of which keeps you from getting stung too badly. There's a bag full of supplies that you can light on fire in the smoker to make a little bit of smoke, which confuses the bees and keeps them from having a coherent attack on you. The gloves that you wear when you're in there doing your work. You can see a queen excluder, metal grating. That's the form of excluder that we use to stop the queen from going up into the honey boxes. You can see some spare frames, and you can see some spare boxes that the frames fit into, and a whole lot of tools that we use to repair the beehive boxes and to repair the fence that surrounds it. The beehive is swarming with activity today. It's the end of July, so we're almost into the dearth when there's not that many flowers in the forest for the bees to get nectar from. But there's still a few, and they're off on their search 2 miles at a time, getting nectar and getting pollen. The entrance to the beehive is tiny so that rodents can't get in. And there's guard bees that stand guard at the front and make sure no imposters come into the beehive. You can actually see one of the bees landing, carrying a big load of pollen on his rear legs, on his hind legs. And you can also see the bees lining up to deliver their nectar and their pollen into the nest. The bottom 3 boxes of the beehive, that's where the queen is laying her eggs. Above that there's a silver line, that's the queen excluder. And the queen excluder is a grating small enough that the queen can't go up through that. So the top 2 shallow boxes on top of the beehive is pure beeswax and honey. That is what we try and harvest from. If you harvest too much, they won't have enough honey for the dearth in August, before the flowers come out in September. If we harvest too little, then we lose our chance at getting enough honey to make room and space for them to make even more honey. So the bees are there. Inside, the bees are flapping their wings as hard as they can, drying out the nectar that they've collected from thousands of flowers, drying it down to just the right percentage sugar to make what we love and call honey.